Hello everyone, welcome to my very messy craft room. I got a Stampin' Up order today and I'm not going to do an unboxing of it, but what I am going to do is show you what I do with all of my stamps, all of my dies. It's really stamps and dies that I got today, but when I do another unboxing I might do a video of some of the other things I do. But I create a catalogue so that I know every stamps that I've got, every die that I've got, and if I'm making a card or something, some project, I sometimes want that little flower or that little sentiment or something, and so by having it all in a catalogue I can flick through exactly what I have rather than just the Stampin' Up catalogue and looking through that and thinking, oh, that's the perfect one, and then realising you don't have that stamp set. It's also useful, so after I stamp it and do the manual pages, which I'm going to show you shortly, I also then put it online. I use Google Docs, and I've got an Excel spreadsheet in Google Docs that records each one. So I put the name of the stamp set, the images that are in the stamp set, the sentiments, and what purposes it might be for. So maybe it's particularly a Christmas set, or if it's one that's suitable for all, I'll put all on there. And that way I can search for something particular. So if I want the word celebrate, I can search the word celebrate. It'll bring up all the stamp sets I've got that have got the word celebrate in, and then I can have a look at them and decide which one's going to best suit the project that I'm going to do. So I find this really useful, and you know, if you're a beginner stamper and you're just stamping out, this is the time to do this. Take that little bit of extra time every time you get a new set, because it will make such a difference for you in the long run. When you have a look at the folder, when I flip the camera over and you have a look at the folder I've already got, if I had to sit down and do that now, I know I wouldn't do it. It would take me forever. I have got hundreds of stamp sets and hundreds of dies, and you never, when you've got that many, you never remember what you've got, and you might only have, I don't know, 4 or 5 stamp sets now, but as your collection grows, it will be so useful when you can go and find that very set that you have. Now, I'd say probably 80% of my stamps and dies are Stampin' Up dies, and because I have so many, I have 2 folders that are Stampin' Up, and then I have 1 folder separate which is for all other makes and brands of stamps that I have. And in my spreadsheet, it will tell me whether it's Stampin' Up or whether it's something else, so I know where to go to find that set to look to see if that's what I'm looking for. So I'm going to flip you over and come right back and go through the catalogue with you. Hello, I'm back again. Now, you will see, if you keep watching this video, you'll see a sped up version of me doing the latest stamps and die sets that I've got. This is a product medley called the Boho Indigo Medley, and on some A4 paper I have stamped all the stamps. I write what catalogue it's out of, so this is out of the 2020-2021 annual catalogue. It's a Stampin' Up set, Boho Indigo. At the bottom here I put how many stamps and what sort of stamp they are, so 11 photopolymer stamps, and then whether they've got matching dies or a matching punch or anything like that. Now if they've got matching dies, I then cut the dies out. These are this is the sheet. I keep the sheet that I've cut them out of, because maybe sometimes you want to know if a certain sentiment would work. Could I could put the thank in there or put you on separate lines. Can I fit things in those spaces? Will they fit? So I like to keep that sheet because it works very well for finding out what I've got. And then I actually stick the cutouts on a black sheet of paper and just write the name of the die set. I catalogue, or I display or put out all of my stamps in alphabetical order, and the same with my die sets. They're all stored in alphabetical order too. So by having the name on the sheet, if I then know what set it is I'm looking for, I can really easily go to it. So once I've stamped it out, the other thing with stamping it out too is most, I'd say a high percentage of the stamp sets in the Stampin' Up catalogue are actually printed in actual size, but you know, I've got stamp sets that span over several different catalogues. So by having this is the actual size. You also know how it stamps out and that it's good because, you know, I've been a Stampin' Up demonstrator for quite a few years now between New Zealand and the UK. And occasionally you do get stamps that are slightly damaged or don't stamp properly. So by actually taking the time to do this step, you will actually see how they stamp, know that they're good, plus you've got like an actual size, so if you want to size it up with your project, you've got that there. So I've now put that into a protective sleeve, and then you'll see here if I open up my book, so this is my Stampin' Up book and it is super full. So here I've just, at the beginning I've got dies that don't have matching stamp sets, or I've got punches, all the punches that I've got. So I'll just go through the ones that I don't have matching stamp sets for. Then you'll see I've got in my catalogue the different ink collections. This is the ink, then this is the not blend pen, the Stampin' Right marker pen. Here I've put the colour and the codes. Now, since I've done these, they did a whole revamp of the colour, so I do need to do that again. I've also got it from embossing powders, although I need to do that again too because I've given a lot of those away. And in here I've also got a sheet with all the different coloured stamping blends, the light and the dark stamping blends. So I've put this in alphabetical order. So this is my A stamp sets. Now I don't actually put them in the book in alphabetical order, but all the A's are together, all the B's are together. It's too faffy to have to keep changing it. And not every stamp set has got matching dies. So for example, let me find one that doesn't. So here, this doesn't have matching dies. So I was able to put another stamp set on the back of that. And then you've got a stamp set and then the matching dies on the back. So there's one here where I've got a gap. So I've got a gap for my A's. I've obviously taken some out to sell them, which is I do from time to time, have a bit of a clear out. So that's my A's, and then I go on to B's. So this boho indigo, because I'm using both sides, can just go straight into the B. I'm not going to put it in just yet because I need to put them into my spreadsheet, and if I don't put them into my spreadsheet first, I will forget about them. So yeah, that's what I do with all my stamp sets and all my die sets. This is a new one that I've had recently, the Coming Home set. You'll see me do a few things with that in the coming days, and honestly it is the most incredibly useful tool to have. I really suggest, particularly for beginners, to take the time to do this. If you already have a ton of stamp sets and dies, then maybe just set yourself a little bit of time each week or each month just to do a few more until you've got them all done, because the amount of times I get this folder out and use it is one of the most useful tools I have. So I hope that has given you some inspiration. Keep watching this video because you will see a sped up version of me doing all the stamping and die cutting. If you've got any questions, please give me a shout. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on my social media, and look forward to catching up with you again soon. Bye.